Cardinals. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And we are underway on a Monday night. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go, come on.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Hurry up, hurry up. All right. Rally. Yeah, Liz. 26.
Penny, a 1st down carry. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Tackle made there by Buda Baker.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. They set up the screen to Penny. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
Throwing on 1st down. Yoder. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got it at the 15. A huge play there for Arizona. 53 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. In for the score. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead.
Oh, those more commonplace now than at any other time in the NFL. It's still tough to think about throwing a rookie quarterback right into the fire week one. But guess what? He handled the fire awfully well and threw his first touchdown pass.
Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back.
Yeah, Liz.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. His throw incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he's able to find Diggs. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores. And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes. Touchdown, Cardinals! A great play there. 42 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit. The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes. Carlson now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? No. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So a good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10.
Gone! Detroit!
throwing to start the drive. Yoder. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Now, Barney. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun, Yoder. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Gun!
Operating from the gun, Yoder. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Leopard! Over! Watch him now, Barney!
On 1st and 10, Yoder. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Daniil Hunter able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Gun!
From the gun, Yoder. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Operating from the gun, Yoder. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
Detroit!
On 1st down, Yoder. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Yoder, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
From the gun, Yoder. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
The kick by Carlson is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Now it's the backup Mariota. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mariota on first down. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Now let's go! Green, 39!
Throwing on first down, Yoder. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to throw. Yoder. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Carlson now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 55 yards. To the air again. Mariota stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They come up in an offset eye. Penny will try to punch it in. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny taking it in. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make it 24-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, Yoder. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Two minutes remain here in the first half. More from the desert after this.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Right back to him on 1st down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
And on the ground they go with a running back. The 20! And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Looking to throw. Yoder into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And now running right through it.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it for an interception.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Off the play fake, Mariota on the move to his left. And he whips that one incomplete there.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Third and long here for Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And they're going to go for it here on the 4th down try. Mariota's going to stay out there. They're indeed going. It's Mariota. He's going to air one out. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, on 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
He's going to let this one go deep. And got his man complete. He's at the 30. 10 for touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to go up top again. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. Mariota. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go!
Back to throw. Yoder. And he will find his man on the outside. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And they'll run it here. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. On 1st down, Yoder. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking to throw. Yoder. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Throwing again. Yoder. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On 3rd down, Yoder. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw. Yoder. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch the run.
Operating from the gun. Yoder. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Flush to his right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away, now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Throwing is Mariota. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it, they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe. Completion on 3rd. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
To throw again. Yoder escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. In for the score. And the Cardinals add on. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll go deep down the middle. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards.
Zoom. Hey, check 26. Zip. No.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Flushed out right. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 30 yards there. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Oko, over here.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that will get him one closer. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on 1st down. Yoder, throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
To throw on 2nd down. Yoder, and completes it to Kirk over the middle. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Set. 3-19. 3-19. Watch him now, Barney.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Yoder, he's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Yoder flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Yoder. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Now, look at this. 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. 3-19. 3-19.
From the gun, Yoder. He's got his man. It's caught at the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cards continue to pour it on.
I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Got 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. On play action, Rodgers. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, Yoder out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center eligible.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it now. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there, getting him the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete here.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Throwing now is Rodgers. Where is this play going? Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. That's to his running back, complete. And he
is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Mariota steps away to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Amara Darbo, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. From the red zone now, Mariota firing quickly here, and that's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Again, it's Mariota. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. This is taken about 7 yards deep. So out now come the Cardinals. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. 3-19.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Yoder. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his man on the out route. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun on 3rd down. Yoder escaping the pressure right. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A good pickup there, a 22.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Throwing on first down. Yoder. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him. Complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw on 2nd down. Yoder eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Yoder. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Carlson now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Mariota. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 3rd down, Mariota under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught at the 30. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Mariota. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Stephon Diggs, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, So special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back. So special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Cardinals, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.